everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing another one of these come on a walk with me, but only this time I'm not going to do my stream of conscious thoughts on my own. I asked you for questions because everyone was like, Adam, you haven't done a Q&A in ages, and I was like, you know what? Exposed, I haven't. So I asked you for questions and I got over 500 questions. Now I'm literally just going to answer the ones that my phone suggests me first. You know, there's no order here. So it is 20 past 10, so I have about 30 minutes before it gets fully dark. So you know what, let's go on a walk, because I feel like going on a walk and I'm going to answer your questions. Jackson Gregg said, how do you like living in Ireland? I'm thinking of moving there one day. Love you. I love you too, bitch. I like living in Ireland. I think the older I get, the more I grow to appreciate it, and especially you guys have made me appreciate where I come from a lot, which sounds really weird, but I genuinely mean it, because if you live somewhere, you start to think it's boring, you start to see the same things every day, and that really starts to, you know, you're like, what else is there? And for me, I've always wanted to go to cities. Big city, it's where I belong, it's where I think I belong. Anyway, and so a lot of people were commenting on my videos and being like, oh my god, like the place you are from is so beautiful, and look at all these buildings and look at all this greenery and stuff. And then I had to take a moment and be like, whoa, they're really telling the truth here. Like, Derry is actually very beautiful, and like it's all because of you that my like perception has changed on that. So thank you so much. I'm actually gonna walk into the park. Okay, there's like a really weird vibe because it's all dark. I don't fuck with that. I'm leaving. I'm too much of a wuss for this. Jesse said, what's your biggest accomplishment? Honestly, making my parents proud, making my family proud, but also my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel has been something that I've dedicated my entire life to. Like, Lord, whenever I knew that I could use a webcam and upload stuff, I've been doing that. So YouTube is something that I'm really proud of, and I think no matter how many subscribers I get, no matter how many views I get, I will always look at it as something like, I was consistent in this. I stayed consistent, I continued uploading. I've went through really rough patches with YouTube. Mentally, it has been hard sometimes uploading and being on the internet every once in a while. Also, I always say internet and people get really pissed, especially my mom, so I'm gonna try like say internet. Sorry, internet. So my biggest accomplishment honestly is probably YouTube, just because I've made myself very proud with the fact I have so many uploads. And then with that, it's kind of like the fact that I can be some sort of entertainment for anybody blows my mind. Like, the fact that I can make videos that make me laugh and also make videos where I'm talking like how I would talk to my best friends and people want to watch them and enjoy them, that's so bizarre to me, and I'm so grateful. Natalie said, on average, how much do you sleep? What's your sleep schedule? Now, I get so many questions on this, so I may as well answer it, okay? Honestly, people think I don't sleep at all. No, that's not true, because I do sleep. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I just don't sleep for a long period of time. Like, some nights I go no sleep, some nights I go 1 to 2 hours of sleep, and then sometimes I'll literally spend the entire day napping, and then we'll be able to stay up for longer and stuff. So my sleep schedule honestly is a pretty bit messed up. It's also so dark that my focus is struggling right now. It's struggling to find my face, darling. I do think I sleep for a little amount though. Like, I definitely sleep less than all of my friends, but honestly, not everyone requires that much sleep. Like, I don't need that much to feel productive, and this may sound weird, but honestly, I think I perform better whenever I haven't slept that much. I'm definitely more creative. Maybe it's just because my mind's going insane, but you know what? I'll take it. Kylie said, how do you stay so motivated with making videos? I'm exhausted for you. Now, honestly, making videos for me is something that, again, I'm so passionate about, and I think having that interaction with any sort of following really just makes it so mind-blowing, like, honestly. Sometimes you can honestly feel whenever you're making videos, I'm gonna be dead ass to you, you can feel, I don't think anyone's gonna enjoy this, or I don't think this is good enough, and I hold myself to a really high standard when I make videos, just because I don't want to let anyone down. That's why I make a lot of videos as well, because I love making them. So what keeps me motivated? My passion, my love for it, but also my audience, because I love reading my comments, I love responding to everyone, I love having that connection with people. I think it's dope. Like, oh my, like, I don't know how you found my channel, but that's beyond the point, because we were now brought together, and if you're watching this video, we're in like a select group of people that were like pulled together by the algorithm. Isn't that so cool? I love how I can call this video like the truth, because I literally gave you the truth about my sleeping. Everyone asked for it, and I gave it. Clickbait king. Autumn Rose said, opinions on reincarnation. Now, I think that is something that blows my mind, because if we're living in this life, right, what happens if we come back as like a butterfly, right? Which is like beautiful, but someone can squash. Or what if we come back as a snail and someone accidentally kicks our shell off? That's one thing as well. I really have a question that I want someone to answer. Hopefully someone can. One of the days I was walking in town and I heard a crack and I was like, what the fuck was that? So I looked down and I'd accidentally broken the shell of a snail. Now I did have a little cry about it because I was so upset, and I was all to my friend, I was like, I don't know what happens after they lose their shell. Like, can they come back? Do they get a leaf? Do they put a leaf on their back that protects them? And my friend was like, no, I think that's the end of them. And I literally started crying. I was so upset. So can someone please tell me, if they lose their shell, what happened? I think it might just honestly be they lose their protection and then they go that way. But either way, that is so devastating. But yeah, you could come back as a snail. And then what happens then? Like, it's pretty useless. I think the full topic of reincarnation is so wild, and I love hearing different people's opinions. Like, I've talked to some of my friends who believe that whenever they go, they come back and they're born again, like as a baby. And that's wild. And so, oh my god, someone commented on my video and it was like, it's so weird that if one of my parents got with another person, that it wouldn't be me, or would it be me? And it was kind of like, yeah, would they have your brain? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't have your looks. So, and if you think about it, how easy it is for someone to meet someone else by just basing it on the timing of things. You know what I mean? Like, your parent could have literally chose not to go out at night, and then they wouldn't have met the person they got with that made you. So if you think about that, where people say like right place, right time in terms of meeting people, like that literally is like, I could not be here if my mom decided not to go out that night that she met my dad. You know what I mean? Like, small interactions really decide such big factors, and that's what people say about the butterfly effect, and that is something that is so true. Like, even just a small glitch in the simulation or in world or whatever you want to call it can lead to such big things, and that is genuinely terrifying. So whenever people were like, yeah, if your parent got with another person, it wouldn't be you as the child, who would it be? And then their life is completely different, because it's like, for the parent, it's a completely different child, and then they would have a completely different relationship with your parent. They wouldn't have the same one you have with your parent, because that's your personality with theirs. So it would be someone else's personality. Like, so that really, if I think that deep about it, it really stresses me out, because everyone talks about conspiracy theories and everyone talks about the butterfly effect, and that one is one of the most scary ones. Because yeah, even a little change in the wind can determine so much. And if someone just changed that, then other things would change because of that. I'm so small in this frame, sorry, I'm sitting down. But if you think about it, it's the same in our lives as well. Like, if we decide, oh, we don't want to go to the shop right now, then we might not meet our person that we're gonna spend our life with. Like, the love of your life, your soulmate, whatever you want to say, could be in that shop, and then you're like, oh, I'm too lazy, I don't want to go to the shop anymore. So then you don't meet them, so your life changes because of that. Or the same thing happens but in terms of your family. So if your mom didn't want to go to a shop a certain day and then didn't meet your dad, or your dad and your mom, you know what? It's so wild. Sorry, that was an unplanned tangent. Caroline said, were you born in 2002 or 2003? I am 2004, gang. Oh my god, I am 2002. And it really weirds me out whenever people say that they're born in 2004, 2005, even though it's not that much different from 2002. But there's something like, I hold 2002 to such a higher standard because I'm born in 2002, I don't know. But I was in September, I was in literally the last day of September, so I could have so easily been a 2003 baby. And I was born way earlier than I should have been born, so I could have easily became a later 2002 or 2003, but I think honestly I was always going to be 2002, period. David said, how have you been dealing with not having your guinea pigs? It's okay to not be okay, and love from Scotland. Hi Scotland, I'm really planning a trip to Scotland soon because I really want to go. I haven't been there in ages and I need to go. Anyway, but besides the point, with the guinea pigs, yeah, I miss my guinea pigs so much. I think I love having my own pets. Like, of course, we have dogs and we have a cat, but I love having my own animal, and I loved having my guinea pigs, and I'm so sad that what happened, that I was kind of like forced to give them away and stuff, and people were giving me really good advice, and I'm really happy about that, so thank you. They were saying about maybe other animals that I could try, get, and because if you know anything about me, I will normally put my animals before me. And so I put my guinea pigs before me for a long time, and then eventually it was kind of like, right, Adam, your body is saying, no, you need to stop. But it took me a while to get to that stage of realization. So a lot of people have been saying, hey, what about this animal? What about this animal? In terms of ones that I can have myself. A lot of people are saying rabbits. A lot of people are saying hamsters. But the thing about having hamsters that I really don't like is I get to attach them and then they have a 2-year lifespan, and I can't fuck with that anymore. I'm like tired of growing a love for this animal and being like, oh my god, you're the most precious thing ever, and then it dying a year or maybe even a couple months later, because you don't know what age they are when you get them at a pet shop or adoption or whatever like that. And a lot of people say as well, like, hey, you need to look into more adopting animals, like of the rodents and stuff. And the thing is, we don't have that many adoption centers around Derry that I'm aware of anyway for small animals like that. But yeah, a lot of people are telling me that I really need to look into rabbits and maybe free roaming in my bedroom. I know a lot of my friends do that, so. And they were also saying about using different kinds of hay. So how have I been dealing with the guinea pig situation? I've been really sad. I went into Pets at Home with my mom a couple days ago, and I was hoping I would see them in the adoption thing, and I was like, I'm gonna take you back, but they weren't there. I think they're still out the back because they're in quarantine, just like us a couple months ago. But I miss them because I really do spend a lot of my time giving it to animals, and my entire routine with even making videos was surrounded around my animal's life in terms of my guinea pig. Even if I didn't film them, I would feed them, then film, then edit, then feed them, then cuddle them. So everything revolved around their life. So now that I don't have an animal in my room that I'm like not taking care of, it's almost really weird for me because I like sleep in a lot more. I'm figuring out it's like really weird, and it's such a mental thing that I need to get past, because I really love having an animal that I can like spend my morning pampering and feeding treats and teaching tricks, and then I'll be like, okay, and now I'll work. But now I'm like, okay, I'll wake up and I'll start working, and I don't have that animal in between. So it's like really weird. And of course I can go down to my dog Molly, and I adore Molly, but it's just like I need to get an animal for my room. So that's something I'm working on, but it's really hard whenever the guinea pig thing is still sore, and I love they're literally still in my room right now. I have a framed photo of them because like those girls had such an impact on my life. Like I love them so much. And people do the argument all the time that really pisses me off, and they're like, oh, it's just an animal, it's just a small rodent. No. And people always said this whenever I would get really attached to my hamster. So they'd be like, it's just a hamster. Like, I don't know how people can have that attitude with any animal in general. People have it with dogs and cats and all the rest of that, but even small animals, they like, oh, it's a small animal, it needs a small space, it doesn't really need that much love, you can check in with it every week or something like that. Like, that's not how it works. And especially if I have a hamster, like I dedicate all my time to that as well, even though it's a small animal. And I did the same for my guinea pigs. And so yeah, I'm looking into it. It was not an easy decision, and thank you for the love on that video. It was really hard to film, and I really was like, about posting it online, but I knew I needed to. So thank you for checking in on that. And sorry for the tangent, but I just wanted to like update you on how I'm doing with that, because a lot of people were asking. Also, a lot of people are still commenting on my videos. Show us the guinea pigs. Watch all my videos and then you'll figure out where they are. Okay, a lot of people are asking me this question. I'm gonna answer it now. The question is basically, what made you get into the media career? Because I'm currently studying media in college. And literally the short answer is YouTube. I dedicated my life to YouTube, then I realized that, wow, I can actually study this and I can further better myself in editing. And wow, the park is so dark right now, that is so terrifying. So literally YouTube, and not giving up on YouTube, then being like, wow, I can study this is insane. Because my idea of studying was just hell, like learning all these subjects I didn't give a shit about, which was in like secondary school and stuff like that. So whenever I knew that I could go to like a creative college and work on film and stuff like that, that was jaw-dropping and like astonishing for me. So I loved my first year, and things are like slowly changing in my life and stuff like that, that I'm having to make decisions, and just know that like there is a lot going on behind the scenes as well. Like, I know my videos are basically like these vlogs are personal, me and you going on a walk, you know, Liddy, look at us thriving. But just know that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I don't choose to film that is happening as well, but I will tell you in due time. It's not anything shady or whatever like that. It's literally just me being like, I'm like all of you, like we have to make hard decisions sometimes, and that's what I'm currently in the midst of. So, but getting into film was all because of YouTube, so thank you for that. Okay, before I go and end off this video, I actually want to give a funny story. So 2 days ago, or yesterday, it was Selena Gomez's birthday. Now if you know anything about me, you know I love Selena Gomez. So because it was her birthday, the 22nd of July, that means that this day, like 7 years ago or something, I was in Turkey with my family, and we were in a hotel on holiday. Now Turkey is a country I will love to go back and visit. It was so beautiful, so gorgeous, the people, everything amazing. So we were there in a hotel, and they had really bad Wi-Fi, and so I paid 50 euros to get Wi-Fi so that I could log on to my Facebook fan page for Selena Gomez and wish her a happy birthday. that she never saw, but it was just, I was like, oh my god, I can't not wish her happy birthday. So, you know, I was such a big fan. So the fact that recently Selena Gomez liked a tweet that I tweeted her whenever she released her album just was like full circle moment. And so that was just a sweet little story I wanted to tell you because it was topical about her birthday. So, but anyways, I'm gonna end off this little vlog like come walk with me again. I hope you guys enjoy these. I think you do. Thank you for commenting on these. Now remember, please comment on these because I will respond to your comments. If it takes me some time, it takes me some time, but I do love like hearing what you have to say about the things I say in these videos because they're definitely more chill and it's definitely more intimate, like I'm taking you on a walk. So, and a lot of people were commenting and they were like, oh my god, I'm sitting in my sofa, so you were saying my couch in America, and I'm going on a walk in Derry in Ireland, and that made me smile. So make sure to comment on these videos and I will definitely try my best to respond to everyone. I love you again, thank you for watching, thank you for choosing to support me, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a good night, bye.